Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broken Records Magazine, and we're with Kick right now. Introduce yourselves to and what you do in the band.
I'm Kyle. I'm lead vocals and I play guitar.
Todd, a drum.
Billy, I play rhythm guitar.
I'm Steve, I play lead guitar.
Awesome. To start this all off, you guys been around for a year. Talk about where you got the name Kick from.
You allowed to curse in this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we were tired of playing shitty music and
No
poppy
band names.
kind of no balls,
Don't put any names out there.
and it was bad, and I was bitching, and I said, we need to kick ass. We need to, be good, kick ass, be raw, And I kept saying kick ass as I'm saying now, and I think Kyle and me kind of looked at each other, and he was like, kick, call ourselves kick. And before that, I was like KB, what was it? KBS or something for
KBS.
Kyle, Billy, Steve or something. Which I think kick might ring a little better.
Plus,
So-
who the hell forgets kick? Like, really?
Yeah, and also, Billy was saying this before, that how a lot of music out that's popular right now, is really, I'm not going to say crappy, but it's kind of poppy and generic, and it just feels
No.
kind of weak. Really.
Nobody rocks right now.
no,
Nobody
The
rocks.
industry needs a kick to the nuts.
Yeah, they need more Kings of Leon, but maybe even more, more rock.
Rawness, like Ramones brought it in the 80s, and Nirvana brought it in the 90s. Needs somebody like that.
True. You guys just put out your EP. What was the recording process like for it?
Well,
Hell.
it's a demo.
Yeah.
it's not really
Oh
an
my
EP.
god.
I know a little bit about
I
it.
almost got replaced by machines.
I think, Billy, you could probably talk with the next, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Process.
I mean, take went pretty well. It was kind of different. Todd took like
What was it, like 8 hours of drums and 2 hours for the
Nah,
rest of us?
because again, what it was that, like, I had it recorded, and then they're like, oh yeah, this entire thing was off time, the guitar. But now it's right, so now you have to re-record everything again to be on with the guitar.
Like I
You
said,
yeah.
8 hours of drums and 2 hours of everything else.
That's because we had to listen. This is where we named our before we had the demo name Just Kick. We had to make or break. I think because of that song, because we basically had to go and say almost like a pep talk fourth quarter type thing. Like, if we were gonna waste all our money, if we don't just fucking suck it up and completely just no mistakes, and we had to be perfect for a day to finish it. And we had to really, as a band, we were starting to get kind of antsy towards each other. We really had to kind of suck it up and just deliver, So it's like make or break. You're either gonna, deliver and be good or completely fail,
Yeah, we thought, take was a process. Would that take a whole 3 days in the studio?
Yeah.
And then we, Billy basically produced everything himself,
Tell me.
recording Tell Me for a demo. That only took, 3 months? I mean,
Yeah, 3 months give or take, and my computer basically had to be
2,000 plus man hours.
I mean, the computer had to, it was I think it restarts every once in a while just because of the abuse of the song, randomly restarts because it just can't, it's like an unremovable scar on its hard drive or some shit, but it's I've had everything in the world happen wrong with that. We did a whole day of drums and the tape got erased, just randomly.
Yeah.
Then we did a whole day of I think vocals and it got erased. Then that was just the beginning. I mean, there was times when the song just didn't load for a month. But then I had to export each track as a WAV file, separate, and then re-import it into the song. I'm not gonna get into it. It's terrible. Whatever.
Yeah, you already lost me anyway.
Yeah.
As a band, you guys for the most part, the Foo Fighters. It's pretty obvious. How have they influenced your sound? Because we were talking about your influences in the last interview.
Well, I mean, there's different stuff. I mean, I'd say Foo Fighters definitely is one band that's big, but I mean, what else did we decide that we like as a band?
We're into the Hives, that whole, classic rock attitude kind of thing.
Sometimes, yeah.
They're not, a classic rock band, just the attitude they bring.
What about
You know-
Mr. Eric Clapton over here?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know
there's
if we're all influenced by
definitely
that.
some Eric Clapton in there because of Steve's solos.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. It sounds
Somehow.
like it sounds a little bit like Aerosmith sometimes too.
Mhm.
I'd say, but yeah, it's got that Foo Fighters type edge, I guess. You know, like especially in our poppier stuff.
Are you guys familiar with a band AM Taxi?
Yes, I've seen them
You-
twice.
They remind me of you guys a little bit.
I don't know. AM Taxi more reminds me of like Gaslight Anthem.
Kind
They're not
of.
like Gaslight Anthem at all.
What?
They're not really like Gaslight Anthem too much.
Wait, what about the Flaming Nostrils?
I think we sound the most like the what was that band?
The left shoelace.
No. The Google Investors.
Huh?
The Google Investors, the band. They're excellent. We sound just like them.
Google Investors?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, right. Actually, I think we sound a lot like a band that I don't know how popular they got, but Rosal Drive, they were called. They were signed to Megaforce Records,
Mhm.
and they actually went on some big tours. They played sold-out shows from their hometown in Colorado, and they've opened up for, like, every major band. I believe, like, The Who, you know, a bunch of other bands, like, huge places. And the guys who really know how to rock. They're like a modern-day Blue Cheer.
Yeah.
And, I mean, basically our song Take, you know, has a lot of, I think, even not even knowing this band or this song, you can hear many similarities in the style between our song Take and their song Trans Am.
Mhm.
So,
Trans Am.
yeah, they played on the Tonight Show. Oh, not the Tonight. What's the show with Conan O'Brien?
Oh, late night with Conan
Late
O'Brien.
Night.
Yeah.
They played on Late Night, I think.
Awesome. Now I like the kick logo for the EP, designed by Billy.
Well, not quite. It was kind of like, well, I guess you could say designed, but it's like a collaborative effort between me and Dawson. Like he came up with
Steve did that?
Dawson is a very interesting man and well, not man. How old is he? 16 or something?
Dawson is
Like
only 14 years old.
Whatever. But, yeah.
kidding
He's a
me?
14-year-old boy from Tennessee. Plays drums in a Christian rock band, a family band.
Yeah.
At tours and stuff.
And he's a guy designing our logo. It's very interesting, but he kind of just came out like I kind of told him, you know, I showed him the Aerosmith logo, I showed him the Strokes logo, and I said, you know, something along these lines because we decided, you know, it's kind of like me and Kyle like that whole like old school. I think we all kind of like the, I don't know. I mean, I mostly consulted with Kyle on that, but I mean, I'm sure everybody likes it. But anyway, basically came up with like a rough draft of it, and you know, it looked pretty good. But me and Kyle said the same thing. It needed legs. It needed to be fleshed out a bit, you know. And he came up with some weird logo in between that was like KB Toys or something, which I basically said like go back to the other one, and he was very adamant against doing that. But I think he kind of started to grow on him too, even though it's his own logo. But then we just kind of sent it back. I was like, oh, it needs a little bit of shine, you know, and he sent it back to me. Oh, it needs this, sent it back. It just kept he kept building it and building it and building it, you know, stronger, faster.
Mhm.
And finally it just came back to me, and I was like, awesome. And I showed it to everybody. Everybody was like, kick ass, you know. So that's how it happened.
We have to ask Steve a question.
Yes.
Whatever it is, the next question.
Yeah,
is
I'm
to
not
be directed
talking
to Steve.
anymore. I don't want to talk anymore.
Or
Don't put
Todd.
me on the spot.
Well, that will be in the upcoming part 2 series of this, and Broken Records Magazine will be right back.